Welcome to the video lectures on the heat transfer lab. So in the today's lab, we'll conduct the experiment on heat transfer through a pin fin with forced convection of heat to the surroundings. So the objective of the experiment is to determine the heat transfer coefficient for forced convection of heat transfer from the surface of the fin. So let us study first what do you mean by this forced convection. So first study what we will mean by convection. So convection, it is the mode of heat transfer in which the heat exchange takes place between a solid surface and their adjacent fluid that is in motion. So if the fluid motion over the solid surface, if it takes place by means of an external agency such as blower, a fan, so such type of heat transfer, it is called as forced convection. So for convection heat transfer, it does not mean that the heat will transfer only from a solid surface to the fluid. Here heat may also transfer from the fluid to the solid surface also. It depends on the temperature. So what do you mean by fins? So these fins are used to increase the heat transfer area in between a solid surface and a fluid. And also to find, our main next aim is to find the effectiveness of the fin. Whereas the effectiveness of the fin, it is defined as the ratio of heat transfer with a fin to the heat transfer without a fin. So this is my tabular column. So we have to note down the voltmeter reading V in volts, ammeter reading I in amperes, heat input, that is Q into I, which gives us the heat input in watts. So whereas T1, T2, T3, T4 up to T5, it reads the temperature of the uh, temperature of temperatures of the fin at different locations, whereas T6 it reads the chamber temperature. So now we'll see the specifications. Whereas the length of the fin L is 150 mm, whereas the diameter of the fin D is 12 mm. The thermal conductivity of the fin material, we have used the brass as the fin material. The thermal conductivity of that brass is 110.7 watt per meter Kelvin. The diameter of the orifice D0 is 20 mm. Width of the duct W is 150 mm, whereas breadth of the duct B is 100 mm, and the coefficient of discharge of the orifice CD is 0.62. It is standard. Whereas density of the manometric liquid, here water we have used as the manometric liquid, so the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. So now let us conduct the experiment. So we will conduct the experiment on heat transfer through the pin fin with forced convection. So in the previous experiment, we have conducted the experiment on the pin fin with the natural convection. So here now we are going to conduct the experiment on heat transfer through the pin fin with forced convection. So in the forced convection, here we are using the blower. So in the natural convection, we have not used any blower. So but in the forced convection, here we are using the blower. Let me explain once again this. So this is the long rectangular duct, whereas the circular fin is fixed across the duct. So some part of the fin is taken outside the duct. So one end of the fin is heated with the help of this heater. So this is the circular fin you can observe here. So on the circumference of this circular fin, the thermocouples are placed here. The distance between each thermocouple is 30 mm. So total 5 thermocouples are there. So these thermocouples, it measures the temperature distribution along the length of this circular fin. So you can see here, this is the temperature indicator. So we can measure the temperature T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, T5. So these T1 to T5, it reads the temperature along the length of this circular fin, whereas temperature T6, it reads the temperature of the chamber or the ambient temperature around the circular fin. So this is the voltmeter indicator and this is the ammeter indicator.
So we will set the volt for say 80 volts. We will set it. So I will set the volt for no. So let us set instead of 80 we will set the volt for 95 volts. We will set it and we will keep the experiment till it reaches its steady state. So while taking the readings, so here we have to use the blower here. So you can see here, this is the blower. So this blower, it sucks the air through this duct, whereas air is blown over this circular fin, and the air is blown over outside to the atmospheric air. So this is the orifice meter. So one pipe is connected before the orifice meter and another pipe is connected after the orifice meter, and these two pipes are connected to the manometer tubes. So this manometer tube, it measures the pressure difference of the air flowing through this pipe. So we are going to see the manometer difference in this manometer tube, and this manometer difference we are going to measure it in mm, and this pressure difference we are going to substitute in the formula, and then we are going to calculate the discharge of air flowing through this pipe. So now let us wait for some time till it reaches its steady state. So after reaching its steady state, we will take the readings. So now already we have set the volt for 95 volts we have set for this experiment. So let us conduct the experiment when it reaches its steady state. Now it has reached its steady state. So now let us take the volts. It is 96 volts. Ammeter reading is 0.46. So now let me start the blower, because it is a forced convection experiment. So let me start the blower and set the desired flow rate. So now let us take the readings. Temperature T1, it is 187, T2 156, T3 132, T4 108, T5 94, T6 it is 41, which reads the chamber, this is the chamber temperature or the surrounding atmospheric temperature around this circular fin. So now this is the 220 minus 5, so it is 215 mm nanometer difference reading. So now for the next reading, let me set the volt for 105 volts, and we will take the next reading. Now I have set it for 105. So now we will wait until it reaches its steady state, and then we will take the second reading.
So now we will note down all the values. It is voltmeter reading V in volts is 96, ammeter reading I 0.46, manometer reading is 215, the difference of the water level in the manometer. So heat input we have to calculate, that is Q is equals to V into I, where T1 temperature, T2, T3, T4, T5 and T6 we have noted down in the tabular column here. So we'll do the calculations. So temperature at the base of the fin, we'll calculate at the base of the fin, that is TB is given is equal to T1 plus 2, that is 187 plus 2 degree. So it is TB temperature is 189 degree centigrade. So room pressure, that is PA is equals to 700 mm of Hg. So actually 760 mm of Hg is equals to 1 atmospheric pressure. So here we have considered the room pressure as 700 mm of Hg. So let us calculate what will be the room pressure. So that is 700 into 101 325 divided by 760. So this will be the room pressure will be 93,325.65 Newton per meter square. So now let us calculate the density of air at this room temperature and pressure. RTP means room temperature and pressure, whereas rho A is equals to PA divided by R into TA, where PA already we have calculated as room pressure is 93,325.65, where R is gas constant, it is 287, whereas temperature of the air we have already noted down it as 35, so plus 273 if we make it, so it will be 308 Kelvin. So my density of air is 1.055 kg per meter cube. So next we will calculate the air head causing flow of air through the orifice, that is HA is equals to density of water into HW, that is difference in water level in the manometer divided by density of air. So density of water is 1000, so this is 0.215 meter, so density of air is 1.055, already we have calculated, so this is 203.8 meter. So now we will calculate volume flow rate of air through the orifice, that is Q is given by the formula CD into A naught into root of 2GHA. The coefficient of discharge for orifice is 0.62 pi upon 4 d square into 2 into G is 9.81, so HA we have already calculated is 203.8. So my discharge is 0.0123 meter cube per second. So this is the diameter of the orifice, 20 mm they have already given. So next we will calculate velocity of air flow through the duct, where V is given by discharge divided by area of the duct. Already we are having the formula, that is discharge is given by area into velocity. So where velocity is equals to discharge divided by area. So discharge is 0.0123 we have calculated. So area of the duct is breadth into width, that is 150 mm into 100 mm, it is 0.15 into 0.1 meter, so it is 0.82 meters per second is the velocity of air which is flowing through duct. So next we will calculate the average temperature of the fin surface, that is TS is given by all the temperature, that is T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 plus T5 divided by 5. So my average temperature is 135.4 degree centigrade. So next we will calculate the mean film temperature of the fluid, that is TF is given by TS plus TA divided by 2. So TF is TS is 135.4 plus air temperature is 41 we have taken, so divided by 2, so it is 88.2 degree centigrade. So my properties of air, this is that is chamber temperature. Properties of air at the mean film temperature, so it is nearer to 90 degrees centigrade. So in the tabular, in the data handbook, the temperatures are available 80, 90, 100 like that way. So as it is very nearer to 90 degrees centigrade, so from the data handbook, so we'll note down all these values. So you can see properties of gases at 1 atmospheric pressure. So you can open page number 34, that is Kodandrama data handbook. So here you can observe all these properties of the air, that is kinematic viscosity, Prandtl number and thermal conductivity of the air. So now we'll calculate the Reynolds number. Re is given by V into dV divided by kinematic viscosity. So velocity we have already calculated, that is 0.82 into diameter of the fin is 12 mm, 0.012 divided by 22.1 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is kinematic viscosity. So my Reynolds number is 445.24. So the same we have calculated here. So next we will calculate the corresponding to this Reynolds number. Now let us read the values of this C, this constant, M and N in the equation. So this Nusselt number, it is given by the formula C into Re to the power M into Prandtl number to the power N. So this formula also we have taken it from the data handbook, that is page number 126. You can open from the data handbook, and in the C value it is given as 0.683, whereas M value is 0.466. So we'll substitute this C value and M value in this equation. So C is 0.683, Reynolds number it is 445, M is 0.466, Prandtl number is 0.69, where M value is N value it is N is it is 0.33. So where Nusselt number is 10.36. Next we will calculate the heat transfer coefficient. So this n value, it is already given in the data handbook, that is 0.33 only. So heat transfer coefficient H is given by the formula Nu into thermal conductivity of air divided by diameter. So H is calculated as 27.72 watt per meter square Kelvin. So now we will calculate this m value. It is given by root of Hp divided by K into A. So where Hp is pi into D. So this is root of 4H divided by K into D. So root of 4 into H is 27.72 divided by this thermal conductivity of the brass material is 110.7 into diameter is 12 mm, that is 0.012. So my m value is 9.13 per meter. This is. So next we will calculate the heat transfer through the fin, which is given by the formula m into thermal conductivity of the fin material, that is brass material, area of the cross section into TB minus TA into tan hyperbolic ml. So m value is 9.13, thermal conductivity of this brass material, that is fin material, is 110.7. So pi upon 4 d square, whereas the TB minus TA, this is TB is 189 minus 41 tan hyperbolic m into L. So my heat transfer through the fin is 14.86 watts. So next we will calculate the efficiency of the fin. So efficiency of the fin is given by the formula tan hyperbolic ml divided by m into L. So tan hyperbolic m into L divided by m into L, I have substituted the values. So this is 0.6414, or efficiency of the fin is 64.14%. Last we will calculate the effectiveness of the fin, which is given by the symbol epsilon. It is given by the formula Q fin, that is heat transfer through the fin divided by H into A in the bracket TB minus TA, where epsilon is given by Q, that is heat transfer through the fin. It is already calculated 14.86 divided by H is 27.72 pi upon 4 d square into TB minus TA. So my effectiveness of the fin is 32.02.